Yo, it's been a while. I've been focused on coding, and coding, which is really fun, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy, as well as it's summer, well, almost, it's spring, and I live on a farm, which means I have a lot of work to do outdoors and renovating my home. However, it's time to make a video again, and this video is about the Unity SDK, the WAX Unity SDK. Well, it works for any Antelope blockchain, really, because it's a powerful tool which will enable all Unity developers, new or existing ones, to easily incorporate any Antelope blockchain, which really is one of the most tested, efficient, and environmental friendly blockchain solutions we have today, which is really nice. So this SDK is built by Liquiid. Liquiid is one of the WAX guilds. A WAX guild is one of the validators on the WAX blockchain, and they have also been funded by the WAX Labs, which is this big pot of WAX tokens that the WAX team has to fund open source and big projects, which is of value to the entire WAX ecosystem and also by extension the Antelope ecosystem. So this is really good. So this Unity SDK is really a set of tools built to enable you to utilize any blockchain or Web3 aspect in your Unity game that would be of interest for you, such as NFTs or cryptocurrencies, or using a blockchain for some history data, or some data that you do not want to have manipulated, or you want to use some of the account systems in WAX, which is a really powerful way to ensure who the user is and to validate this information. So, for you that don't know, the Unity game engine is a tested and well-used game engine that has been creating some of the most played games for a long time. It is rather easy to get started with it if you are already a developer, and if you are not, there's a lot of different courses that you can take and use to get started. So you can actually go and create your own indie Unity game and see how that goes, and you can also then, with this SDK, incorporate the WAX blockchain for NFTs as assets or some other way that you find interesting, which is really good. What's cool about Unity is that there is a free version that anyone can use on a personal level, and if you have if you start to make too much money, good problem, then you will have to pay for the pro version, which also comes with a bunch of other nice features. Compared to if you go for the Unreal engine, which is a really big engine that is very popular in media and a lot of cool features, a really cool game engine, then you actually have a royalty fee to pay for the use of that. So the Unreal engine is free, but as a game developer, you also offer up some of the future earnings for using that platform, which is probably okay since it's a very powerful, but this time we focus on the Unity one, which is really good. Some of the games that has been built by this, there's a large list of them, is Rust, which is one of the biggest first-person shooter survival games. Really cool game. You have City Skyline, which is a city simulator. And then we have Pokemon Go, which is an augmented reality game. Well, the augmented reality game, which is a mobile game where you go out and you catch your Pokemons. So you can use this for PC gaming or mobile gaming or any other type of gaming that you would want to build for. Then you have Blizzard's Hearthstone, which is a tactical card game. Escape from Tarkov, which is this tactical first-person shooter game, which is for a certain type of hardcore gamer. Really cool game. We have Genshin Impact, which is this action RPG which people hate and people love. It has a lot of users though. And then Among Us or Fall Guys, which is two other games. Then there's a lot of other ones. And if you're interested in getting started with this, Unity actually have a lot of courses for you to take you from the beginner stage to actually develop your own games. And they have a few games like the Unity Junior Program course, which is a 12-week course, 4 or 5 hours per week. So if you have a lot of time and you want to say, hey, I want to get going here, you can surely cut down that time from 12 weeks to shorter time. or they have a course for mobile AR development if that's what you're into, or the creative core where you learn more about the lightings and the creative aspects of making a game, because it's not just writing text, you also need to do writing code. You also need to work with lights and the game environment and how objects react to each other and fun things like that. They also have a big asset store. If you are new and you want to get started, you might not have a big team, you can actually buy assets and use, and that way you can save on the funds for creating the game and also make it quicker. And they have a lot of templates that you can use and everything, so that's very nice. And then of course on YouTube there's a ton of them, and in my article I have actually linked 3 of the courses that you can check out. One that is 45 minutes just to get started, get more information, and then there are 2 big beginner tutorials or courses that are 7 hours or 10 hours long. So you have a lot of information to digest, and my recommendation that I do when I learn things is I go and play. I have a vision, I want to create something, and then I start going, and then I have, okay, what's the first step I need to learn, and then I go and learn that, and then I keep going, and then the next step and next step and next step. Usually that is a very efficient and fun way of learning for me. What I also appreciate about that method is that it's usually very fast and fast-paced, and when I actually need to try to solve my own problems, I try to do it myself, and then I try to get help from articles, documentations, guides, courses and everything. Then I really get an immersive learning experience, which is really good and efficient way of learning. And that also means that the first project I do will always be worse than the next, which is the case for everyone. So the Unity SDK by Liquiid is a really powerful way for you or anyone else to incorporate the WAX blockchain or any other Antelope blockchain into a game that can be run in the browser or as a client that you download, mobile, or whatever you want to do. So really nice, has full support for the WAX Cloud Wallet, Anchor Wallet, or even the UAL, which means that you can use any of the other wallets as well, such as Wombat and MetaMask and other ones that you might find interesting. Also, I have the article up on the Academy where you can go and take all these references. You can find all the courses linked. On the Academy, you can also find the WAX beginner course, which is really everything you need to learn and know about WAX to understand, go from a beginner to an expert in the area. And everything is of course for free, and I'm working on multiple other articles and courses that is coming along. So go in there, explore, everything is for free for you to learn. I love to share knowledge. Peace.